Welcome back, everyone, into this week's segment of Crime Stoppers. So for the first time, Captain Printson Henderson and Investigator Zay Henderson are joining me in studio from the Louisville Police Department. First of all, thank y'all both for stopping by the studio this morning.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for having me.
So the department is asking the community's help for any information in a few recent burglary cases y'all are working. Captain, just tell me a little bit about some of the details in those cases.
Yes, ma'am. So these are crimes of opportunity. So basically what's happening is they're going by, they're pulling on door handles. They see anything of valuable. Once they get into the side of the vehicle, they're taking it and just moving on to the next. Now,
with these being crimes of opportunity, with you saying like they're just opening the doors, are they harming the vehicle any?
No, ma'am. If the door is locked, they're moving on to the next one.
Perfect. And Investigator Henderson, tell me a little bit about maybe the area that this is happening. Are these happening in neighborhoods or more in town? What are we seeing?
Yes, ma'am. They're happening in neighborhoods. They usually go in packs. Usually on the north side of town. That's where we've had the uptick in the crime area.
Mm-hmm.
Items that they're taking is usually money and firearms. So those are the usual items that they like to take. If they don't see those things, they usually just leave.
Yes. And so, Captain, if we become a victim of these type of crimes, one, it's probably going to be until the morning whenever you go into your vehicle. What is the first step you take when you've realized I'm a victim of a burglary?
Contact law enforcement. Contact law enforcement. If you have any kind of videos like ring door cameras or popular right now, or home surveillance, make sure those are preserved and provide those to law enforcement as well.
Now, as a potential victim, am I able to maybe go to my neighbors as well and ask, do you have any camera footage I could use, or is that something I need to wait on law enforcement for?
Either or. If you do it, that's totally fine, but if you don't, we're going to go behind you and do it. So.
Okay. Perfect. And Investigator, right now, are we looking for any potential suspects, or do we believe any of the suspects involved in these cases are maybe young or older suspects?
Our typical demographic is usually juvenile crime.
Okay.
As far as auto burglaries, they're usually the youth that usually pull on the door handles and see if they're open.
Mm-hmm. And with any of these crimes, if I see something and it looks suspicious, even if I'm not sure if it is a crime, would y'all suggest just calling into the police department or 911 to at least report it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, for sure. Anytime you see anything suspicious, make sure you contact law enforcement. And I also encourage everybody to do reviews of their camera footage from the night before.
Okay.
And if you see anything suspicious or anything that's element of a crime, make sure you provide that information to the proper authorities. And
I want to remind all of our viewers, as always, if you have any information that could help the Louisville Police Department, you can always send anonymous tips into the Crime Stoppers P3 Tips app. If your tip leads to an arrest, you have the potential to get a cash reward. Thank you both for joining me for this week's segment. Guys, we'll be right back after the break.